Where's my Vaseline, dude? How I can't build no motors without this. First of all, this house is way too nice to be building rotary engine in. I don't see a bucket or a milk crate. I don't know how I'm gonna build my motor. What's up, guys? It's Asian Adam right here, and today we'll be trying a new game, a rotary game. I'm trying to build a rotary engine as a rotary builder. Here's my credentials. Okay. I build like tons of motors and stuff. I even got myself a rotor right here. But to make this more realistic, I'm gonna be sitting on a bucket seat. Okay, let's start. The game we have here is called KEIKAKU. I don't know if that's how you say it, but let's go ahead and try it out. You're building an RX-7 Turbo 2. In Japan, I think they call it something else, but it's the same engine as a Turbo 2 in the US. So we'll be trying to build it and see how accurate it is. So let's get right into it. Okay, we're now in the game. I accidentally recorded a bunch of stuff and forgot to record the game. First of all, this house is way too nice to be building rotary engine in. Like, who has a lift? What? This garage is way too clean. Like, way too clean. Alright, so getting to the parts here. One of the things I wanted to check was the stationary bearing, and I don't see a bearing. The light here, just be sure. Yeah, there's no bearing. And why is it all copper? I'm just kidding. But generally, when you see copper in your bearings, it's a good time to replace it. Second thing I want to check is this car is a S5 RX-7 Turbo 2, or whatever they call it in Japan. I forgot. The S4s, they have a thinner. Let's look at this roof plate here. The dowel area. Excuse me. Yeah. So I don't see holes for your tension bolts. Where are they? Where is it? Alright. Anyways, next up, let's look at the middle plate. Okay. So you see there, it's the area for the dowel right there is pretty thick, which is accurate to the S5s as they changed it. But maybe in the future, I'll have to see the S4s. Maybe that area is a little bit thinner right there, and if you detonate it or you try to blow your motor up, it will like instantly cook. But I do want to see maybe having a cheaper option if you do blow your motor up. That'd be nice. Okay, let's go ahead and put everything back. Oh. I don't see a bucket or a milk crate. I don't know how I'm gonna do my motor. Excuse me. Anyways, okay, the rotor is here. Okay, I have a real rotor right here. These look like they are balanced and ready. Oh, don't do that. If you do that, you're actually cooking your motor. Okay, I don't really have anything to reference this to, but I know the S4s, they have a deeper pocket because they're way more low compression. These look about. Whoa, that looks kind of weird right there. Let's look. This is a game, so I understand it, but okay. Also, don't forget this is early access. Or it's not even early access. This is a complete demo, so I'm just messing around here. I'm just not. Don't take anything seriously. Okay, this upper here does look at S5 upper. They have different uppers for the S4 and S5. This looks relatively correct. Same thing with the other bearing here. There's no bearings. The next thing is, which they got right, which is good. These motors, only exceptions are the GSLC and the RX-8s. The coolant jackets are actually on the housing instead of the irons, but they got it right. It is on the irons. Alright, here we go. Your spark plugs, okay. One of them has to be colder than the other. That's the leading and the trailing. And these are the same. What are we doing? Don't get me wrong, these could be all 9s. You can do that. That's what I do on my cars if you're boosting on it. But if this is like stock, you don't want to do that. It'll foul out easy. Your side seals look pretty thick. I don't know if you can see that, but that's like real tiny right there. Which is okay, it's just a game, so you can't see it anyways. Nope, I dropped it. Don't drop it. This thing. Alright, next up, your corner seals. I swear if this is a solid corner seal, I'm gonna throw. I don't know what to do. I don't like solid corner seals. They don't really work great for me. Never have. Wait. Yo, these are solid. It's just a game, right? I'm not losing no compression using these. Now, the most important apex seals. Take a look at this. Okay. These are one piece, which is not OEM. The OEM is 2-piece, and there's also only one spring in here. This looks like a super simplified apex seal. It kind of looks like this, but not really. There should be a little smaller spring inside of that bigger spring. Yeah, we're losing a ton of compression doing that. That's mostly of my concerns. Alright, let's try building it. Okay, where's my milk crate? I don't know. Okay, this is what I have to do. So we got the rear plate here. Oh, do not drop it like that. If you do drop it like that, it's probably gonna explode. So first what you want to do is just kind of... Oh, there's no way. My Vaseline. Where's my Vaseline, dude? How I can't build no motors without this. Okay, whatever. I'll just try. Whatever. I'm gonna first put the housings on. Let's prep the housings first, okay? So let me show you how to do this. It's real simple. First of all, we need to get our Vaseline. Oh, no Vaseline. Either I'm blind or there's no dowels. Okay, now another thing. These are weighted, so these look like they're balanced because of the holes right there. But if you look, it should be stamped on the rotor. I'm not seeing it, but it will have, I think, an A, B, C, or D weight. You want those to be closely. You should also weigh them if you just found a random rotor. Like, you need to get them both balanced. You should definitely weigh it. Oh, dude, I'm so stupid. The iron has coolant jackets. Like I said, I'm so used to RT. I forgot. That's a complete rookie move. Okay, that's acceptable. That's acceptable. That works. I usually like to put it over. Yo, I'm kind of tweaking. I think I put it over here. I put it right there because that's the coolest. That's the intake. You get fresh air in, so that's the coolest part of the compression. Yep. Only thing we're missing is Vaseline again, but it's not a big deal. Also, there's no tension bolt holes here, which is kind of weird. It wants us to do the front first. That's not what I usually do, but it's okay. It also works. Okay, I just like to go in the star pattern here because it's obviously not that many. Alright, now let's do the same thing with the coolant jackets. Now there's a really big handbook on tolerances and specs and all that. Of course you want to check them out, but this is a game, so we don't have that. Okay, now let's prep the rotors. Should be relatively easy. There's no bearing. Oh, there's another thing. Missing some important, vital stuff here. Your oil control rings. See how it like bounces out? That's your oil control rings. You need your oil control rings. But like I said, it's just a game, so it's pretty simple. I cut you loose. I'm gonna call these already clearance because that's gonna ick me. Blather this all over it because you don't want it falling. A lot of people say put assembly lube, but that obviously will not work. Okay, first apex seal. You don't want to put the spring in right now because if you do, then it's gonna come flying at you. You just want to put the apex seal by itself and then put the springs on later. But I cut you slack. Then of course you're gonna douse this in Vaseline. Okay, now your corner seal. Why is there no springs? Oh yeah, there's even no springs for the corner seals either, or the side seals. With no springs, you'll have insane loss of compression. Advisable. Okay, now double check it. Solid corner seals. Okay, that looks good. All the side seals. Now I've never used the one-piece apex seal before, but this is a little bit weird to me. Okay, now last thing you want to do is just check it over one more time. Of course, you have Vaseline slathered all over it. I guess this is okay. Okay, good. It does want us to put the housing first. You can either do this. You can do it either way. You can do the housing or the rotor, but I'm gonna go ahead and do this. I used to do it like this, but then I started doing it with the rotor in instead. Whoa. What did I just do? Oh, I'm leaning into it. That's kind of cool. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. Okay, this is good. Okay, now let's throw our rotor in here. Okay, good stuff. Now you want this top dead center. You want this this little notch. I don't know if this is what you need to do, but there's a little notch on the rotor right here. I like to put these countering yourself, so one facing like this way, and then the second rotor goes this way. Let's put the E shaft in. Okay, cool. Now this is probably one of the harder parts, is the center plate, because one person got to hold it, or you hold it, and you slide it down. It is kind of complicated, but it's just a game, so it should just fit right on. Sweet. So again, I would that all over and then put it on. Maybe drizzle a little bit of oil around it and then put this on. Okay, look around it one more time. Make sure it's good. As you can see, it is opposite facing of when we did it earlier, which is good. Make sure your coolant seals are good. Sometimes they will drop out if you don't put enough Vaseline or it's a really hot day. And bam. So we are missing 2 tension bolts. One's supposed to be right here and right here. But let's go off of real specs here. I have it pulled up on my phone. This is the real torque specs for a rotary, so let's go ahead and do it. 17, 18, which is not there. You know, real rotary people do not need edge stands. You just literally pick this thing up by yourself. Just like that. Okay, next up I want to put the stationary bearing in. Sweet. Alright, well that is our keg. Now we need to do all the small stuff. In real life, they're a little bit easier to differentiate. Now, when you usually put this channel right here, you want to slide the oil pump and the sprocket in together. It's a lot easier that way. Now I need my 10mm. Oh, forgot this is a game. One of these holes are for oil, which I'm assuming is this. It should be this. I had this problem with my RW Shinka. There's a little O-ring here that just disappeared. This does look like an OMP line with the oil injectors in them. I usually start putting this on first because it's a lot easier that way. This does look different. It's supposed to go like this. Oh, it does go like that. I can't remember. I haven't had an OMP in my FD forever, so I honestly don't remember. But I don't think it looks like that. Also, it is not metal lines. They did miss right here on the really shitty plastic lines. And now you just tighten it up. Okay, we are so close. Motor mounts here look a little bit weird. I think, if I remember right, the Turbo 2s have the motor mounts on the side, the center iron here. But I don't see anything. For some reason it's on the oil pan. I'm pretty sure it's not how it's supposed to be. This in real life is not that big. It's literally just a 19. What is big though is the flywheel bolt. That thing's huge. And your oil pan will leak a lot if you don't put silicone or whatnot. Motor mounts, it looks weird. The oil pan doesn't look like that. I don't know the exact size of the Turbo 2 injectors, but you need a primary and a secondary. Okay, another thing I see is there's no oil lines at all. Usually there's one, remember, it's right here, and then one on the pedestal here. I don't see anything, which is kind of weird. So how's it getting oil? What I like to do, just on a kind of a star-ish. It's all gold. Oh, yep, it's huge. Yep, that baby gets torched like I think 100-some foot-pounds. Oh, those are fuel lines. It looks so odd. The stock FC one does not really look like this. I do have a stock one in our garage. I don't have one here, but it's quite a bit smaller. Alright, trailing. I remember seeing a video where Rob Dom had like a 700 horsepower car and they used a stock intercooler. I thought that was interesting. Finally, our charge pipe. Alright, well, that is our engine right there. For realistic-ish, it was missing a few things. Like a lot of things, I feel like. But it did get most of the building process relatively good. Just needs a few refinements, but not too bad. If you guys do want to see me get this car running, just let me know. It's really not that hard. And I'll see y'all later. Let me know if this was good, bad. I don't know. Oh, and please add in the Vaseline.